Welcome to Design for Connection, the channel where we talk about the truth of science, psychology, and faith to help you flourish in the relationships that matter most to you. If there is one thing, if there is something I wish I had known when I was first married, it's this: how to recognize when my nervous system or even my spouse's nervous system was becoming overwhelmed, and to know that this is the moment to pause. I used to believe that pushing through hard conversation or an argument was the right thing to do. I thought if we just talk it out, we'll get to the other side. But what I didn't understand then is that when one or both of us is activated, we were not actually available to hear each other. We were in protection mode, defensive, guarded, and trying to push through at that time only led to more feelings of isolation or even frustration. So, for most of us, being activated or in an activated state looks something like this. We might feel defensive inside. We have a deep sense that we are alone. We want to accuse or even hurt the other person just as much as we are hurting. There's very little room for the other person's experience, and sometimes we even shut down or just quietly give up. And usually, when one person feels this way, the other person does too. And at that point, both of you are experiencing a landmine. It's a landmine. So, what's tricky is that it doesn't always start with something big. It might be something small, like your spouse leaving the dishes in the sink. But suddenly, your body tells a much bigger story. I don't matter. I'm alone. I'm not a priority. And in an instant, meaning gets attached, and the reaction feels far bigger than the situation that's right in front of you. And I often call these moments activated moments. Moments when we're coming from a younger, less grounded place inside. You might also think of it as being emotionally flooded or triggered. That's a big word we use a lot in this day and age now. So when you notice that this is happening in yourself, when you're feeling overwhelmed or activated, or even when you start to notice the cues in your spouse, the most loving thing that you can do is pause. Take a deep breath, maybe even sigh. Step away if you need to, and do whatever helps you become more grounded or feel back into your adult self. This pause creates just enough space to respond instead of react. Now, I want to acknowledge that this can feel like a tall order, especially if, like me, you grew up in a home where emotional reactions were the norm and pausing was not modeled. But learning your own signs of activation and your spouse's, it changes everything. Giving yourself time to settle, allowing the same grace brings allowing the same grace to your spouse allows and brings a kind of peace that feels so much better than the cycle of reaction and disconnection. So we don't have to get it perfect. We don't have to live perfectly. This is not about never arguing. It's about learning how to come back together to repair what feels broken. Because experiencing life and relationships with more connection, more safety and security, and even understanding is absolutely worth it.